So we have done the improvements to the all code editor feature. This is a fairly new feature in the product that we have introduced as non-experimental in the previous sprint. So we've continued to work on this feature and improve. The UI was improved. For example, now fonts can be customized. We have added support for word wrapping and also a new preference for setting the minimum code snippet height. Also, now there is a new command for navigating from the code snippet to the generated code, implemented for all code editor. We also continue to improve our inheritance explorer, and now, for example, redefined states and transitions can also be seen, and this also works for nested states. We've improved the navigation to substitutable types. The dialog that was introduced in the last sprint, it now becomes better. It can be resizable. Also, it supports sorting and shows unresolved dependencies in the dialog. Also, you will see the dialog when invoking go inside. Then we have changed the encoding of the generated files. Now all generated files by default will be UTF-8 encoded. It means that it allows to use special characters in comment strings and other fields, string fields that allow variable any text. Also, we have added new toolbar buttons and the new menu item for the TC context menu command. The toolbar buttons are available now for remove all generated projects and also for the code preview. And the generate code menu item is now available for the TC context menu. Also, we have changed the terminology that we use in the menus, and now instead of the transform, we will be using generate code. So, for example, in the TCGS editor, there was a button and it was called transform before that performed code generation. Now it will get the name generate code, and the new command as well also is called generate code. We also have implemented a new approach for saving TCGS files as text. And this new approach is now merge friendly. It is adding a trailing comma to the end of all list properties in the TC, and it makes it easier to merge without getting conflicts when several people are working on the same TC file. Also, when you check the differences using the textual differences, then the differences will be less because of the same look of all elements in the list file. So now all elements in the list file contains a comma at the end. I would like to mention that you will, of course, when you do the first time change, you will get this comma at the end. So the first step, there will be differences, but in the future, it will be more merge friendly for the future changes. And we have continued to work in our backend improvements. There were several things implemented. First is support for long and unsigned long types. Now these primitive types are supported in target RTS, and we've defined type descriptors for these types so they can be easily used in the model. We have extended our documentation for target RTS, and the classes defined under SRC include folder. They are now also present in the generated documentation and available in the help. We have introduced a new target configuration and new precompiled libraries for macOS support. Currently, this is macOS with CLang 14. This configuration is provided. We also have extended the Connexus and the DCS project that it also supports macOS with CLang 14. But I would like to mention that UI is not yet officially supported for macOS, so this is now only available for the backend. And as a part of this macOS changes, we've also noticed that RT-Perl it is not available for macOS, but it is possible to use a regular Perl. So we have changed the default behavior for the RT-Perl variable, and now by default, when it's not available for a new platform, you will be getting a Perl automatically, assuming that the Perl is in the path. Also, it's possible to redefine RT-Perl variable according to specific settings of the project. Now we made it, you can change this variable from the UI as well. So the deliveries for this sprint is the new version of the product, 2023.42 sprint, version 11.3, based on Eclipse 2022-06. And we also are delivering an experimental drop of version 12 based on the recent Eclipse from 2023-06. The older versions are now in the maintenance mode. And also we would like to announce an end of support for several versions. 11.0 version will go out of support on May 31 next year, 2024. And 11.1 version and 11.2 versions of the product will go out of support on September 30 next year, 2024. So please make sure to uplift to the new versions before these dates. The experimental features included into the delivery are the textual state machines, and of course the whole 12 release based on Eclipse 2023-06 is still delivered as experimental. And now let's move on to the demos.